Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick makeup tutorial. Now this makeup routine usually takes me about 10 to 15 minutes. I choose not to get all glammed up for work, so this is usually my go-to look. Now it's up to you if you guys usually do get all glammed up. If you do this makeup routine, and it's probably not going to work best for you. But I feel like this makeup routine is good for those of you who maybe have kids or are on the go, or just don't feel like getting all glammed up but still want to look well put together. I also think that in order for your makeup to look good, you have to make sure that your face is really good and moisturized. I apologize that I have really bad ojeras right now and that I look pale as hell. But this is what I look like right now, especially in the winter. I have no color. I really need a tan, but no judgment, right? So I'm going to be showing you guys what I use. First off, I really don't use primer. I have used it in the past. Sometimes I use it when I'm going to be wearing like a really glam look, but honestly I think that if you moisturize your face you'll be fine. I already put on lotion, but usually what I use, since I have really bad allergies right now in the winter, I use this one. It's Aveeno and it's for eczema. I don't have eczema, but I have really bad allergies, and I've noticed that this doesn't have any fragrance, so it really helps my skin. I use it on my face and on my body, but you don't have to use this one. This is what I usually go to. And no, I'm not being sponsored. I wish I was sponsored by this because I love this. This is one of my like holy grail items. I don't know what I would do without it, especially right now in the winter. So then I already moisturized my face and I already did my eyebrows before. I didn't do it on camera because I'm going to be filming another video for that. So another thing, so since I already moisturized my face, the next thing I do is either I use the beauty blender most of the time. If I don't use a beauty blender, I just use a brush. But for now, I'm going to be using this beauty blender, and I think it's by Wet n Wild. I liked it because it was neon. And actually, I'm going to put my hair away from my face so I can show you guys what I usually do. Okay, so I just want to push it back so I can show you guys. So then the next thing I'm going to do, sometimes I wet my beauty blender, but other times when I don't wet it, what I use is this Rosehip Oil. My friend Karina put me on this and I really like it. It leaves your skin super, like if your skin is really dry, I really recommend this. It'll help. Even if you have oily skin, you should be fine, because I have really oily skin, except right now in the winter it gets really dry. But so I tend to use some of these drops. I put them on my face, or I put a little bit on my beauty blender, and it'll work the same instead of you having to wet your beauty blender. So I'm gonna do is put like a couple of drops, and I actually purchased this one at Whole Foods, and it's the organic kind. But you can get rosehip oil anywhere. I just got it there because that's where my friend Karina has suggested I could purchase it at, and I believe it was only like $7 or $8. I may be wrong. I don't remember how much. So I already wet my beauty blender with some of the rosehip oil, and I'm just gonna dab whatever I had, and it'll look like your face is gonna be oily, but it's really not. It really helps your skin. So just put a little bit. Now remember, you want to push it into the skin. And then if you feel like if the beauty blender is still too dry, the other thing that I use is this one. I bought this at Sephora. I'm almost out. This is in the cucumber and green tea. So I'm going to just go ahead and spray my beauty blender a little bit. And then for foundation, the one I'm going to be using today is going to be the Infallible Total Cover, and it's a 24-hour foundation. I've really been liking this one for work. I feel like it's not a heavy foundation, and it leaves your skin looking really nice. And the shade is in the 302 Creamy Natural. So I'm going to just place some of this foundation on my beauty blender, and I'm going to go ahead and dab. And then, like I said, I don't use primer. You can go ahead and use primer. I've never really gotten used to it, and since I don't really use it, I haven't purchased one in a while. I don't feel like it does anything for me, but maybe it's just me. Maybe the one I used, I didn't really like it. I'm sorry, I'm like looking over here. I'm trying to make sure that I'm placing this correctly and I'm not looking all dumb. Place it in the wrong areas. And don't forget to blend everything out. Like I said, I'm sorry that I look so pale. I feel like I really need a tan. And this usually doesn't take me long. I try to make my face look as hydrated as I can for work. Or even if I'm just gonna go somewhere quickly in the morning, or I don't have much time, this is really what my go-to. Now you can use any foundation. This is just the foundation I've really been liking, because even though it's full coverage, it doesn't look like it's full coverage. Now let me go. I'm going around my eyebrows, since I already did my eyebrows. And I have a lot of baby hair, so I'm gonna make sure I get everything. Make sure you get all these areas around your nose. You don't want it to look all patchy. And I'm telling you, this foundation goes on really smooth, so it looks really good. Let me see. Hold on. Let me grab a mirror and make sure that everything's coming out right. Always blend. It doesn't matter. Like, this step is really important, because if you don't blend it and then your neck is way a total different color than your face, you're gonna look embarrassing. So that's it for my foundation. And then the concealer that I use, I purchased this at Walmart, and it's the Hard Candy Glam, and it's the heavy duty concealer. This is the one I use. Now I've also used a Tarte Shape Tape, but I ran out. So if for high end, that's the one I use. But when it comes to drugstore, this is the one I purchased. And they have it at, I think they only have it at Walmart. I've never seen it at Target. And then, so I'm going to go ahead and place some in my beauty blender. And you're also going to dab this down here. Now, I always make sure to put concealer on, just because my under eyes are really dark. And I don't think it just has to do with the fact that you don't get enough sleep. I think I've always had dark circles under my eyes for some reason. I don't know. I think it just something I inherited, because they've always been dark. Also make sure that that is well blended out. And then you're going to do the other eye. And if I look too white on camera, I promise you that's not how I look in person. I just think that the camera that I'm using, which is my phone, is really the color, the lighting is just really bad, but it looks way different in person because it looks nice. I've gotten compliments on my makeup, so I don't think they've just been complimenting me if I look like a total idiot. Okay. Just want to make sure everything's blended out correctly. I'm sorry guys, it's so different to be doing your makeup on camera than to actually just be doing your own makeup and minding your own business and not trying to multitask. It's so different. Okay, so I already blended everything out. Then the powder that I use is by MAC, the Studio Fix, and this one is in the shade NC30. Okay, so it's this one. And then I'm gonna grab one of my brushes, and this brush is called Beauty Professional. I got these brushes from Sam's as a gift from my parents. So it's in the rose gold. It's not by any like brand that's like well known or anything, but I've been loving these brushes. I've been having them I think since last year, and I really like them. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put some of the powder. Put some in here too. This powder, I've been using it forever. I've always gone with this powder. It leaves your face looking really nice. And since I have oily skin, I feel like this powder has helped me a lot to prevent having such oily skin. See? So now, make sure everything's all blended out. Okay. And then the next thing I'm gonna be using is the Morphe bronzer. It's this one. And this one is in the shade Dopetante or something like that. I don't know. Alright, guys. I purchased that at Ulta. And I'm going to be using the same brush, one of the same brushes. This is also from that same collection. This is the brush that I use. I'm going to dab a little bit in here. Now, since I'm doing this makeup that's like my daily like makeup routine, I don't contour because I just want to look like well put together, but I'm not trying to look all glammed up, so I don't contour. I just go ahead and place the bronzer above where your cheekbone is, just so that gives you a little bit of structure. So what you can do is either smile, and right where this is right here, that's how you know where to place the contouring. Okay, I mean the bronzer. Some of you guys are probably cringing because of the shit that I'm saying, but I'm trying my best. So I can go ahead and do the same. See, right where you smile, that's where you're going to place the bronzer. See? That's how you know if you're doing it correctly. Now, I have a long face, even though I have, obviously, a papada, but, just you have to I try to shorten my face a little bit, especially because I feel like I have a big forehead. See? It gives me a little bit of color instead of being so pale. Then you're going to put some on the bottom. And here. And make sure that it's well blended out, because once you go outside, obviously, it's so different when you go outside and you're like, wait, did I blend correctly? Because obviously outside you can see everything. Okay, and now you're gonna put some on the temples right here of your forehead. I usually go towards where I have my widow's peak. See how I have it right here? So there's some right there, and then and I don't connect it. I know some people do connect their whole bronzer like a 3. I know I've seen some people do that, but I don't do that. I just do it up here. And then same over here. It's like there's going to be a little gap, right? But it's not going to be noticeable as long as you blend. It's not going to be an awkward like bronzer up here and then on the side. Just make sure you blend everything. See, and then I'm gonna use this other brush. It's this small brush. I use it to contour my nose a little bit, and then I go here. It's gonna be on the side just because I have a chunky nose. I don't know if you guys have well, to me it's chunky. And I do the other side. And then I go here. So yeah, just make sure that you blend everything out. And you should be fine. Let me see. Let me double check on my mirror. Yeah, everything's good. See? And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of blush. And the blush I'm going to be using is by Milani. And it is in the Romantic Rose. It's this one. And I'm going to be using this brush. It's by Real Techniques. This is what it looks like. It doesn't have a number or anything, so I can't really tell you guys which one it is. And I'm going to dab a little bit. And I'm going to place it on the apples of my cheeks. And since I put a little bit on my nose, middle of my nose. And then the next thing I'm going to be using is a little bit of highlight. The highlight I have is by Morphe, and it is in the shade Spark. Okay, and this one's really nice. Look. And I'm gonna be getting a small brush. This is the brush that I use for my highlight, and this is in the Morphe M532. And before I do that, I like to wet my the brush I'm going to be using to place my highlight, just so that it can glide on smoother. So I'm going to spray a little bit of this, and then I'm going to go ahead and start placing my highlight. And I'm going to do it down the bridge of my nose right here, and then I'm going to put some right in the end. Then I'm also going to put some right here. Do you guys see that? It looks really nice. Yeah, glowing for the goddess. Glowing for the gods. My lighting here sucks. I wish you guys could see how this looks. It looks really, really good. Check that out. See? And then sometimes I put some right here. And I promise this doesn't take this much time as I've been on here recording. It's just that it's a lot more difficult to be doing this on camera than to be doing it quickly. Right there. See? And then the next thing I do so that my highlight stands out even more is that same rosehip oil that I put on my face earlier. Where the hell did I put it? Okay, the same rosehip oil that I used, so that you can look like your face is even, so that your face looks healthy, is that I put a little bit on my finger, and then I mix it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it where I put the highlight. Now you also blend it because you want to look like you just have like a big blotch right there, but do the same thing on this side, and then put some on my nose. And this is also really good for your lips, in case if they're dry. So you see. So then the next thing I'm gonna be doing is I do my lips. Today I'm going to be using the, let me see which one I'm using. This one is in the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and it's in the shade 02. Let me use some of this. Let me see, I'm going to use a mirror. Now for work especially, I usually always use a nude, because I work in a hospital, so you don't want to look like, damn, like, why is this girl wearing some, like, red lipstick to work? So, I mean, to each his own, but I wouldn't do that. See, and then, so that's done. And then the last thing that you're gonna need to do is your eyelashes. Now, for mascara, the one that I like to use is by Lancome. It's this one. This is my favorite. You can find it at Ulta or at Carson's, but a lot of the Carson's here in Chicago closed. Well, at least by where I live. So you can find it at Ulta though. Not all Ultas have it. I use that one. And then I just bought this one because I ran out of this one. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This one I just bought it, but I'm not going to open it yet because I have this one. So I'm going to use a mirror so I can put my mascara on. See, it makes a difference because you look wide awake instead of all tired. Sorry about the weird face that I make when I'm putting on mascara. I think we all do that. See? And then for the bottom lashes, I like to use the Voluminous Carbon Black by L'Oreal. It's this one. Now, I did see a video that Mario, Kim's makeup artist, likes to. This is his favorite mascara to use on Kim. And I'm not going to lie, that's why I used it, because I thought it was going to work. But this, I feel like it sucks for the top lashes. I only like it for the bottom lashes because it separates them. But for some reason, I guess because my lashes are really long, they just lay flat whenever I use this mascara. So I don't recommend it. I only recommend it for the bottom lashes. Now this lighting really doesn't it doesn't do this makeup any justice because I feel like you guys can't really see how nice the end result is. And see, and then I am all finished. And then what I like to do at the end when I'm completely done with my makeup, I go ahead and spray a little bit more of this just so your face can look nice and hydrated. And you're gonna look like you just came out the shower. And then, obviously I'm not gonna go with those cat ears. And I just fixed my hair. I straightened it earlier, but and you see, guys, my face looks nice and moisturized. I look good. I look like I tried really hard, but I really didn't. It only took me like about 10 to 15 minutes. And I hope you guys really like this makeup look. If you have any questions for me, make sure to comment below. And also don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like if this video was helpful. And if you liked any of the products, don't forget to look in the description box below, okay? I'll see you guys until next time. Bye, guys.